All right, we're back in the camp. And, whew, man, I've just been thinking while the thing was loading in, like, you remember like how games used to be? How like, you buy it and that's it. That's the game. You're stuck with it the way it is, all of its flaws. And like, there's some work to do in this. Don't get me wrong. It's still early access. There's still going to be bugs and, things that don't quite work right or whatever. But the thing's been updated like 6 times since I've had it. And just the idea that they're adding new content like that and I can just experience changes as we go. I just think that's cool. I know it's not a new concept. I've been around this stuff for a while now. It's not new, but despite how it's not new, I still think it's just awesome how we can continue to get value out of things like this. So it's really cool. All right. We have 128 food. And we are working in the cookhouse, very high priority, making veggie meals. We have more than enough food to support these 18 people. So now I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm also going to say, hey, we're good now. We don't need to worry about food. Let's work on some of the other things that we need to work on. And right now that seems to be being low on clothes. So we have 1 clothes. I have a tailor here making clothes. Maybe. We could take the cookhouse actually and make it to be medium priority just so it's not super urgent. We also have a tool shop in construction, and that's something we need to work on too is tools. But I think clothes are the biggest priority, right? And then we have a logging camp. That's going to be making us some more resources for building more advanced structures. I think one thing I really want to do here is get people transitioned out of the tents and into the shanties. Make more shanties, I think is probably what I want to do. Now, are there spots available? I think we'll probably have 1 homeless person, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I have enough resources to build this easily. And I can fit this shanty right here next to this tent, in this tent. So I think I'm going to go ahead and demolish this. And we're going to pop a shanty there right away. Right like that. Get that built. And slowly, like I said, we can transition everybody out of this, the tent living conditions that they're in. I would like to know whether or not the tents will fit here. I think they will. Didn't I space this appropriately for that? It doesn't look like it. Nah. These might... we might have to move the shanties, which requires us to demolish and rebuild, unfortunately. But we might have to move them to get them out of the way. Now, one of the things we also need to do, right, is we need to make sure... Let's go ahead and pause it real quick, because the topic that I'm talking about just happens to be relevant now. We need to make sure that our specialists are looking for science points, because I want to get rid of that nuclear waste. It's kind of in the way to, build, and I want to get rid of it. Now, we can make clothes or we can bring clothes home, and this place has 26 clothes, and this guy's attack is not the greatest. His defense is also crap, but this is like this early beta version of the game, and these guys don't have a whole lot of health. I don't know why they haven't balanced it a little bit better than it is. Like, I understand that they haven't bothered with balancing this yet because it's not done. But 6 HP, you can make it a little closer than that, I'm just saying. So you're going to win every fight on the map. Maybe not in one bout, but you're going to win every fight on the map, regardless of the enemy's strength, because every enemy has such low health. And that's just the reality right now. So we're gonna go about this knowing that information and just progress through to see what's in the game, Let's take a look at the end game and see what we're dealing with. But a lot of these resources are going to be pretty easy to get, I would think, because of that. So let's go ahead and just take a look over here. And another bandit camp. I can't tell what other locations are in the sector. So when the sectors are red like this, there's something in there, but it's hidden. It's like a control thing to where sometimes they're in the camp and you can already see what's there. There's also other times where you can't see what's there until you've taken them out. And that's what this is over here. So we will wait for that. But if we can get some more science points, we can start getting rid of this nuclear waste, because we'll be able to get, I think it's hazmat engineering, I believe. Clearing heavily polluted soil without proper equipment is a death sentence. An environmental station provides the means to clear pollution deposits and store the waste as nuclear waste storage. It requires energy to function, so we're probably also going to need something for production. So we have energy storage. We have energy production, though. Solar panels and wind turbines, we can get that right now if we want to. And you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and grab that. What are we going to do about turbines and solar panels? Where are we going to put those? They don't seem like they're that large. We could probably put them right in the front of the camp, actually. I don't know how effective that would be in this particular situation, but it doesn't seem like it matters. So maybe we start with wind turbines. More effective and reliable than solar panels, requires more maintenance. So this is the part where we start needing the tools. Yeah, okay. So we start needing components and parts. We can't actually build that stuff yet until we have components and parts. But one thing we could do, possibly, is start beautifying the place. Maybe make people a little bit happier. We could do that. How about like these large yellow bushes and stuff? You could start like maybe putting them on the corners, like there, for example. And it actually like sets up scaffolding and stuff for building a bush. It doesn't require any resources. So these are one of those things where if you want to, you might as well. So we'll pop a couple over there just to help beautify the place. Yeah? Why not? Tool shop is done. We can start making tools. Overall, I'm liking the game. I think it's got potential. It doesn't feel finished, but it's got a lot of potential. You know what else we could do just for extra food? I don't think we have a problem with food right now, especially with the cookhouse being set up. But the cookhouse does require... What is that resource? It's been a while. I really wish all of these... This is one of those things where, I mean, it doesn't feel finished. I really wish anytime you mouse over anything, you would get to see what that is. You know? So I need to click this, and it still doesn't tell me what this is. I mean, it's firewood, right? I mean, it requires firewood, but it just doesn't, like, compute with me. It's been a week since I played, right? So it's like I'm looking at this and going, what's the difference between a plank and the firewood? And you don't get to see what that is, what that symbol is, unless you hover over top of this. So components and parts. You need to find a ways to get that stuff. And I feel like you really can only get these things from scavenging the map. You know? Colonist Henry is homeless. That's because this isn't built. Let's get it done. High priority, please. I don't want to have anybody homeless. But once this is set up, we're going to demolish this. Good. All right, demolish this. Let's pause it really quick. We want to take away the road so that I can rebuild this. Now, I don't know if that tree's going to move. I kind of hope it does, but it may not move. We'll see. Also, somebody asked, what's the emergency shelter for? Good to ask. Let's read it. Temporary shelter. Several colonists can fit in here. So this takes up a lot more space, but there's a room for 6 colonists in this. And it's very vulnerable to catastrophes. It does not give the same protection against radiation as other more advanced housing like the shanties do. And colonists are less likely to reproduce in cramped up shelters. But they're not homeless. And in a pinch, in an emergency, it's a place. It's better than nothing. And it's also fairly cheap to build for that many colonists. It's not cheaper than the normal tents. Costs more than twice the standard resources plus concrete. But it provides the same amount of housing as 3 tents. And a lot less space than 3 tents, I think. Maybe a little less space than 3 tents. In any case, the tenement also does the same thing. Cost-effective form of housing for several colonists. Some protection against radiation and catastrophes. Colonists are less likely to reproduce. Same thing, just a little bit better than the emergency shelter for the tents. We're going to stick to shanties as much as possible. As much as possible. Dirt road goes here, and that tree goes away. Good. Okay. This should be a high priority too, but at this point, I don't think anybody's homeless, so we're just sort of providing better shelter, right? It's better housing. And once this is gone, I can put one here too. I don't know what I'm going to put here. It doesn't look like I can fit the shanties here, but there might be other smaller structures and stuff later on that I can replace these with. We'll see. Take a look at the map again, and you can easily get us these clothes, which we're going to need. We currently only have 1 clothes on camp, so we'll have you come on back, grab the tools on your way back, and come on over here back to rock bottom. You actually have an okay attack, I guess. Not nearly as good as, you know, what this guy has, but since he has a lot less health, it doesn't really matter that much, unfortunately. So let's take him out. It says minor victory. I'm not sure how those stats put together equals minor victory, other than the fact that his health is so low. Okay, so it looks like we've got metal, 69 metal here, no risk. And then there's also another 44 metal here with a little bit of risk. We can have you get both of these things if we want to as well. And then we'll head on over here. I wish I had more people. Both in camp and on the map, I wish I had more people. That would be really, really nice. So this has no more... the work area is empty here. There's nothing else for them to do. We can tear this down and rebuild it. And I probably should just for the sake of travel time. We have these 2 structures over here. It might be better to do that. And I'm wondering if... Recycler. Is it here? Yes. I'm wondering if it's better to just bring it all the way out here. Like right here. I'm okay with them. This is an acceptable distance from food. And we might be able to have them just change their work area to over here later too. You know, there's a lot of land to build here. This is not a small, like, you can build all the way out here if you want to, right? There's room to really expand on this. It kind of reminds me a little bit, especially how the map moves, how things flow. Not the camera movement, though, thankfully. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, you know, Planet Base. How, I mean, it's obviously not the same map, but it's just this expansive thing that you could just go on, and you find yourself going all the way at the edge of the map going, I wonder how far I can build. And that's kind of what I end up doing here. I end up looking at this really nicely done map. I like the landscape. I like the detail they put into it. I don't know if it's being properly presented in video form, but on my display, it looks really nice. Recycler. Let's get you... This is another... We need to get these 2 things being done too. This is for the scrapper though. Can I move your work area to be... Yes, like this. You know what? Let's have you focus on this actually after all. Until this is gone, there's no reason for you to make this longer trip. But Recycler, we are rebuilding this. And we're going to build it... I think back here. Seems like a strange fit, but it's kind of equidistant to all of these. I'm trying to build it in a way where I know they're going to spend more time on these 2 piles than this 1 pile. So, like, over time, I know this will be a bit of a burden. But actually, you know what? There's fishing happening here, too. I'm wondering if we can just set a local food pile. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think we need local food. There's berries around here as well. Yeah, you know, they can have a let's do it. It's like a second settlement almost, but we have resources over here. I think it's justified. I think we can make it work. So let's put you here. This is fine. We'll have your work area be there, of course. And then we'll go ahead and get a food. Is it where is it? Not tool shop. I want a... We can actually do trappers out here. Whoops. I'm doing it again. Oh, I can't... You can zoom all the way out with your scroll wheel, and it will send you to the map. But you can't zoom all the way in with your scroll wheel. It doesn't send you back to camp. Oh, or it does. I just wasn't going far enough, I guess. Oh, well. What I was trying to do is get a trapper. Because I can see that there's like little spots where we can trap food, and I think I'd like to try that. I haven't done the trappers yet, so this might be a cool time to try it out. How about we put you... This seems like an okay spot. Like right... Maybe over here. I know it's kind of spread out, but I want to give it a shot just to see. We got a little bit of extra food right now, so I think it's worth it. There's a little bit of that nuclear waste, too. Ugh. I need to get rid of that stuff. It's always in my way. I've never used the trapper before. It looks like you can basically use any tree, though. As long as I can clear it make its work area bigger, it doesn't really matter where it is. So maybe we just leave it. You know what? I'm going to put it over here anyway. Back over here. Let's try it on here. We'll try it right there. Why not? What else? Fishing hut? Can we do another fishing hut? Yeah, probably. I think so. Kinda. 93% efficiency on this side. We don't want to interfere with this fishing hut. And there's not really a whole lot left. Never mind on the fishing. Let's just do some gathering for now. We'll put food storage. Right? We've got these two buildings here. Let's put some food storage in. Maybe just right over here is fine. Leave a little bit of a space. Maybe like this. Where are the berries, though? There's all over here. Food storage should probably be more closer to that. There's a bunch of berries over here too. We got time. We got some space to move. Yeah, all right. We'll put it here. Let's also get another well set up so people can like drink and stuff. We'll put it right here. 90%? No, 96. 100%. Right there is fine. Let's go. Okay. So we're kind of building out a bit, right? I don't know if it's the best call, but I want to go and see if I can get that stuff. A woman approaches you. Okay, before we click that, can we see if our heroes can move a little bit? You have movement. Can you get back to camp? This turn? No. So you're going to go here. I don't think I can actually bring those clothes back, so hopefully they don't need them. You have tools on you. You cannot bring them back this turn, so we're going to have you go and get this instead. And unfortunately, you have tools. That's great. That's not unfortunate at all. But actually, whoa, you can grab more clothes. Oh yeah, grab all the clothes. But if this random event wants clothes, I kind of can't do it, which is gonna suck. One of the colonists, a meek woman you hadn't really paid attention to before, approaches you. She says there's something important she needs to inspect in the woods, but can't really explain what it is. It's something about mushrooms and medicine, but her speech is broken and she can't find the right words. Yeah, all right, fine. A woman packs up and disappears into the forest. After what feels like a small eternity, you finally see her dragging herself back through the gate, carrying strange mushrooms on her belt, but looking visibly disappointed. No medicine, just resistant. Little help, not much, she explains. She seems to have hidden her scientific talents from others and clearly wants to pursue that career further. We get 78 science for that. Puts us almost under that 100 mark, or over that 100 mark that we need to unlock something else. Like general storage. We can't do exploration, although bartering sounds good. Trade centers attracts bigger trade convoys at your gates who offer much bigger deals than wandering merchants. Nice. Well, maybe we can get that later. Well, we're gonna get everything later if I had to say about it. If you guys like these videos, please show some support to them. It means a lot to me and it really helps them grow. It lets me know what you like, and that in turn, I keep doing that, scrolling out. In turn, lets me know what to focus my time on. Of course, what I can actually afford to put my time on is another matter sometimes, but let's do trapping maybe over here. Let's have that be where you're trapping. I'm not sure how we got the trapper before everything else. We only have one carrier. That sucks. And these are almost ready to harvest, which is great for us. We're doing so well on food. I don't want to blow it or jinx it or whatever, but we're doing so good on food. The forester, I need you to go work faster, honestly. We have 2, maybe actually I need another forester. We can try that. If I had more people, it'd be awesome. I don't have more people. I need people to show up at the gate. I wonder if there is any kind of tooltip or information that would share with me what is a better way to draw more people to the gate. I would really like to know if that's a thing. Mm-hmm. We are lacking clothes. I bet that doesn't make people happy. Huh? How many kids do we have? 5 children. Not bad. We're doing all right there. That's a lot of kids, actually. Hopefully they, grow up soon. Workplace, forester. Are you working in the forestry? Layla, the child, are you working hard? Insufficient materials for food storage. You require concrete. We have none. We can fix that, I think. Stockpile zone, work area. Come over here and work there. How's that sound? We only have 1 carrier, so that actually probably sounds pretty bad. If we could maybe get off of something we have an abundance of, something like this, maybe. Actually, we have an abundance of this, but there's no work area for you, right? Because we have to move you over there. Let's go ahead and tear you down. I think we get some of the resources back for this. So let's tear that down. We do. We get a little bit of those resources back. Construction complete. Recycler. Good. You just moved over here. Perfect. Let's get your work area there, and you can keep working if you want to. Actually, no. We're good on that. I want to shift you over and get you working on, just gathering in general. Just keep you as a carrier for now. And then it doesn't look like we're doing very well on making clothes. So let's have that be a higher priority. We're going to want this guy. I'm going to want you to bring back those clothes. I know I want you to go get more, which is probably better, but we're completely out of them now. Colonists without them is more susceptible to getting hypothermic or becoming irradiated. And I would really like to protect my people, because if I have to start spending my limited medicine supply, I'd rather it take me a couple of extra days to get all of that loot than to have people get sick. I think I would rather that happen. Perhaps that's not the best call, but that's the call I'm making because I'm the leader. It's my, it's my call. Haha. Bandit camps are organized bandit societies. The sectors with bandit camps are fully under hostile control, and other locations in the sector remain hidden until the bandit camp is destroyed. This can be done by attacking them with specialists, but defeating them requires more combat skill than defeating small, scattered bandit groups. At least it will. For the time being, as you can see, it doesn't really require a whole lot of anything to finish these guys off. But, yeah. I hope they change that soon. I really do. Because right now, the map is a bit easy. This sector here, though, I feel like it's a little bit slow. Without getting more people showing up, it's a little bit slow. I'd like more people faster. I need to grow this. I'm not sure how people do it. I've seen some streamers who didn't look like they were that far in the game, and maybe that's just me not knowing, but it didn't look like they were that far in the game, and they had like 30 people already, and it felt like, I don't know how you got so many people already, Maybe just got lucky? I don't know. Let's get that harvested. We can also get it replanted quickly that way. Deposit depleted. Berries. Oh, 0. Are you working on that, or no? Not the food storage. What are you? Oh, it's this one. You are. I don't want you doing that because that's the other. I need to keep doing that. I wish I could disable that. I wish I could. Yeah, I need to move your work area. Let's move you over here instead, because these berries are gonna be this food storage. Are gonna work on those. I need food to be localized for those guys. Hopefully we get that done soon. Let's make that a high priority for a bit. We kind of have everybody already working over here. Oh, and you're going to get us actual medicine. That's good. See, she's infected. She doesn't have clothes, and she's getting infected. And that's what I'm hoping to avoid. And you're supposed to be working here, but you're not. And Yeah, all right. Let's get the... You're not working there. You're not working there. I'm going to pull you out of there and have you come on down here. I want clothes made. I need that now. It says resources on the way, but we don't have any carriers to bring it in. So let's just have you bring clothes to us right now. We need those clothes really badly. So now we at least have clothes, and we can have you send you back out that way later. You have no more things to scavenge there, no more things to scavenge there, and a little bit of things to scavenge here. 33% risk, I guess, 33% danger. You'll do that next turn. Okay, so Henry's now an adult, ready to help the colony. Good. Welcome aboard, Henry. All these guys going and getting clothes. Fantastic. Maybe they won't get sick now. Are you treating? Yes. Good. Still not making the clothes. Because there's no... Okay, this is what it is. I think this is what it is. It says resources on the way. Since we don't have the carriers to bring it here, they're not doing... Because, like, they're not going to bring their own supply. And that's the part that bugs me. I wish they would bring their own supply. You know? And there's stuff sitting here. What's this stuff? It's just like this bin. Is that the fibers? It kind of looks like it could be. I don't know. I wish they would get their own stuff. Specialist ready for action. Let's bring you... Nothing there, nothing there. 23 there. Do I want you to scavenge this and then go that way? I think you just go straight for the clothes, to be honest. I'm going to have you beeline it to the clothes. Or not. Thank you. You are going to go here, despite the danger. Did you get it? It looks like you did. Yes, you did. 113 metals. Wow. We don't need anybody working that facility anymore. Let's go ahead and pull you off of this. That won't be necessary anymore. You know, it's starting to feel like... I guess it's because I have the loggers. I have double loggers, actually. Let's move this work area over here. But I have people who are, like, hitting this. 3 people hitting this area really hard. And only 1 person that's able to actually do forestry here. So that's probably why that's happening. I need trees planted faster. Or I need to forest another place. I guess we're going to forest another place. This is some pretty good yield. We don't want to make sure we never run out of food. That's the one thing about these survival games. It seems like food is always the thing that screws you. If you can control food and water, you're kind of okay with everything. You know, I guess unless it's a space game and then you're like, you know, you need oxygen or whatever. But if you can control food and water and you can keep those things under wraps, I think you're probably golden in, you know, 90% of games that are like this. These 2 stats are going to be like everything for us. Obviously, meds are a big deal too, because this game has, you know, toxins and radiation and things like that. So, I mean, if you don't have medicine and you guys get sick, then no amount of food or water is going to matter. But I think that's one of those things where if you can get these 2 under control, your attention can be put into other matters that make everything so much more smooth. I think that's what I'm trying to say. How many people are currently... Like, what's our current housing capacity? That's the stat that I'd like to see without having to click shanties. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 spare places for people to live. If I was to create another shanty... Yeah, there's no way I can fit... I can put it here though, and that's what I'm gonna do. If I put another shanty right here, and then we get the road to go this way, this gives me the expansion for a very long time, right? We now have capacity for 6 more people without having to worry about them ever. You're harvesting still. I need 2 people on harvesting here, 98 and 100. I need people here, and I need another person here as well. When you're ready to go. Okay. So let's harvest all of this food. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. We're getting like way over 100 food from this. Way over 100 raw materials for food, which we'll then make into cooked meals that are even twice that amount. So it's gonna be even way better than that. How much resources are left here? 23. You know what? Just grab it all. It's fine. Scavenge it all. Yeah, and then this here is empty now, right? Yeah, none. Okay. So you're going to come back to camp and drop off all the resources you have, which is a lot. And then you're going to proceed that way. You are going to grab these resources, and we are in urgent need of clothes again, so you're going to bring those back, and then you're going to go that way. And I need to figure out what is going on with my tailor. Because it doesn't look like, with 60 fibers in storage, you are not getting any, and I don't understand why. So I might need to demolish this building, because he seems like he's just bugged right now. And I don't understand it. Maybe we put him in a different building real quick. We can stick you... Yeah, this is a food area, so we can grab these berries. Stick that guy over here instead. And then we can put you back. I guess that doesn't really fix the problem, but you're not getting the materials you need to do this. That's the part that's weird. Like, what are you doing right now? What are you carrying? Using a door. Like, what is this? You know, you're just being a carrier right now. Instead of doing the other job. I think the tailor is bugged, and I need to demolish it and rebuild it. We've had that happen a couple of times when I was playing in the previous versions. Not with tailors, but it happened with the sawmill. To where anyone you put in the sawmill was just bugged. Didn't matter who was working there, they were bugged. And if you demolished it and built it somewhere else, all of a sudden everything was fine. That might be the same thing that's happened to the tailor now. I don't know. We'll see. Again, early access. Probably going to run into problems. Who knows? I know there's a lot of other players that have played this and didn't run into some of the problems I've ran into, like corrupted save files. You guys didn't see it, but I actually loaded the save file to start this recording. I had to load the game twice. The first time I loaded it, it wouldn't load this save, and I went, huh? And then I rebooted the game again, fresh, and now it loads. And it's really a little bit uncomfortable as a creator, especially like when you're making a video on something and you don't even know if the future of that video is possible. Is the future of that series even possible? I don't know. That's something to really think about sometimes. So that's what I'm definitely thinking about it. But that's what you get. You know, this is the nature of playing an early access title, something that's in the works, right, as opposed to finished. Intense heat and oppressive heat waves. We're gonna have to deal with another heat wave. Thankfully, we've already done all this stuff. I don't want to harvest. We'll just go ahead and harvest this now and select no crop. It's gonna give us 1 food, I guess. We're harvesting all of this. I want nothing else in there. We're not gonna lay any new crops here because we won't be able to harvest them before the heat wave anyway. But we have a huge stockpile now, and that's great. Specialist ready for action. You are going to go home, deliver the resources. You are going to get the 10 more clothes that are in here. I guess you're only able to grab 8 at a time, so maybe 1 more turn. I really need the clothes. I'm going to have to bring you back, leave those 2. No, we're going to get the 2 first. Get the 2, and then come back. I've got 2 days, right, to get those clothes back here so people don't, like, die. You're irradiated. That's weird. What do you guys need? We don't have any clothes, so as long as you need something that's not clothes, we're fine. Okay, pushing through a circle of people, you notice 2 colonists brawling on the ground. They both stand up upon your arrival and go into accusing each other. One had apparently spent the entire day harassing the other, and they finally snapped and threw the first punch. Both are now bruised and bleeding. So I can either punish the instigator, punish the aggressor, or give them medicine. Or I can just let them fight it out, which, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm going to make enemies either way here. And this might just make enemies out of everybody. Typically in these games, predictably so, the option that involves you giving up some of your resources is generally the one that has the most positive outcome. So, fine. Pat yourselves up and get back to work, you bark. We need everyone on board here, so cool it. The crowd seem annoyed by the apparent non-decision, but they return to their duties. 1 happiness. Okay, well, at least their happiness went up. They seem annoyed at my indecision. Hey, I mean, I don't know whose fault it is. Look, I mean, one guy's being a dick, and then the other guy is putting that dick in his place, all right? You got to react sometimes. If you don't do anything, they're just going to keep harassing you, right? You got to let them know that you won't stand for it, even if you lose the fight. This is good advice for, and this is not a video for kids, okay? But this is good advice, I think, for, you know, people who are at that age. 13, 14 is a rough age. Now, that adolescent, you guys get really competitive, and, you know, you get fights. There's a lot of stuff going on there in puberty, right? General advice I give, and maybe this is bad, so don't listen to me if you're a parent and you're like, I don't want my kid to do that. But seriously, stand up for yourself, and don't just lay down about it. Even if you lose the fight, you're making it difficult for them. They want it easy. They want an easy laugh. They want an easy giggle. Like, are they really going to put the time into picking on you all the time if you're going to actually punch back? They're going to find someone else to pick on. That's my opinion. There you go. Incoming comments telling me how I'm wrong. Hey, it wouldn't be the first time. And honestly, I'd rather you tell me I'm wrong about that stuff than the constant backseating I normally get. So it's fine. Bring it on. I'm going to go that way with you. You just got the clothes, so we're going to have to bring you this way next turn. 1 turn until this catastrophe, and I cannot get that guy back in 1 turn. So we're going to go a day. We're going to have to go a day under a heat wave, and that's going to suck. It is what it is. Actually, I think he moves at the beginning of the day. So no, it seems like he moves at the end of the day. It's somewhere in the middle-ish end of the day, but I think it'll still be fine. Like, this person's probably going to get real bad health when the heat wave comes and they don't have clothes. But, like, we're bringing, like, what, 12 clothes back? 18 clothes back? Something like that? Let me see. What are we bringing back? You. What do you have on you? Can I see your inventory? Oh, 18. It's this tiny little... Yeah, 18. So, 18 clothing is more than enough. We're going to be fine. It's 1 for each for now. Waiting for selection. I've selected none. Bye. Somehow the graphics on this are showing that corn is farmed here, even though like there's nothing farmed here. There's nothing here. Let's get some more carriers. Yeah, here we go. Get some more carriers in here. We have 6 carriers now. I expect clothes to be made. Let's go. High priority. Make the clothes. Make clothing, please. It's like, it's just so bugged. Bring you all the way this way. Yeah, we need to get you to camp as fast as possible. Now you are kind of free to do whatever you want at this point. I'm going to go ahead and have you attack this guy. Because we can. Oh my God, he just put his knee to his face. Yay, science! How much? How much? Doesn't tell me. I know there's science there, though, and that's all I need to know. We're going there. For sure. We've kind of read this, but I'll read it to you guys just so you know how it's supposed to work, even though it's not really set up properly right yet. Attack bandits by selecting the specialist. Hover over the bandits to see the prediction of what kind of effect your attack might have, and then order them to attack or stand down. The attack value determines how much damage that they're guaranteed to inflict. Defense value reduces incoming damage, with the rest going through to health. If the target is still active, it'll retaliate, and once the bandit's health reaches 0, the location can be scavenged. Specialists take a lot of punishment, so attacking a location a few times is usually safe. Defeating enemies with a high defense with a poor fighter can take a long time. So defense is just damage mitigation, basically. It cancels out damage. If your defense is higher than the attack, I imagine you probably don't do a whole lot of anything. Wandering merchant at the gate. I give you concrete, you give me medicine. That seems great. Yes, I like that. Thank you much. More medicine for something that I can easily just scavenge off the ground? What a great trade. I have 22 of it right here. Would you like to do that again? Bye. Short on concrete where you are? Okay, this isn't working. We're demolishing this. I'm going to demolish this, and we're going to rebuild this tailor. And the tailor is going to be rebuilt. I'm going to build it on this little stretch here. Like right here. So demolish this, build it there instead. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's not making clothes, and I need it to. I can't depend on the map to be my sole source of clothing. I need it to be better than that. So let's hope for the best here as we reconstruct this building and see if we can unbug it. Specialist ready for action. Can we get you there? We're gonna have to go 1 day. Yep, 1 day in the disaster. Okay, well, it is what it is. Get you as close as we can. You. Get him. Get him. What you got for science? 469 science. 469. Yes, that's good. That's good. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Absolutely. All right. Are you making clothes yet? Nothing. It's like the fibers won't be brought to... It's like the fibers aren't being brought to the resources. Resources on the way, it says. I just don't believe you, you know? They just don't bring it. They're sitting right here, you know? No, they're not sitting there. Where are they sitting? Where are the resources at? Where are they being stored? It says we have 60. But where is it being stored? Maybe we don't have 60? It's got to be in the storehouse. In the warehouse? No. Am I to understand that we actually don't have 60 fiber? It doesn't look like we actually have it. Which is really strange. That's... Like, this has been generating the fibers, but now it's just gone. I don't think we have fibers. Nora is now an adult. Maybe the fibers are over here. I don't know where the fibers are, guys. We got to find those, because that's the only way that we are going to be able to make our own clothing. And I have no idea where they are. I do know, however, that in the heat wave, we have a positive balance of water. So we're good there. 302 food. So we're also good there. And the mixed meal, I think, is what I would rather make. Because veggie meals are nice and all. But yeah, I would rather have a little bit more variety here. So let's have them make the mixed meal for a little bit. And that's going to require us also to have these guys. Now, these guys don't have clothing, and that's a bad thing for the heat wave. So if I can get him back to camp sooner, I need to do that. I need to get you back to camp really bad. So as soon as I'm able to, which I think is, well, now, good. Get you here right now. Bring the clothes. Good. Now, everybody who needs them, come and get them. 200 science down. Come and get your clothes, folks. There you go. Come on in. Come and get them. They're all right here. Group of survivors have arrived at the gate. Yes. Now that we have clothing, we can give them to these guys. These guys are bringing 5. And a new explorer. That's good. Good scavenging ability. Decent attack. Finally, somebody with a little bit of defense, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll read it. You know what's funny? We called it the apocalypse, but out there, the plants grow and animals roam just fine. Only the humans are struggling. Yeah, you think? We have 4 adults, no children. They're bringing 11 meat, too. So this is Defina. She's a scavenger. She sees endless opportunity amidst the crumbling cities. Countless treasures waiting to be given a new home. For her, adventure is wrapping copper wire into a ball and cracking open an old TV. You may think she's just trading old junk, but for her, there's a memory in each of them. That's pretty good. Yeah, obviously we're going to accept them. I want more people. So there you go. They're in. And I have the clothes to support them now, so that's good. As long as I can get the stupid fibers in. But I don't know how to do that, so maybe there's no way to do that. I don't know. We'll find out. Defina is ready to go right now. So you're going north, Defina. You are going north. And that is going to be, I think, where we stop the vid for today. I think that's good. We made some pretty good progress here. I'm going to have you come down here. You're going to go after these guys, and then you're going to go after this region. You are going to continue through here, and you are going to continue through here. And then eventually you are going to wrap around and go that way. So, but we're going to end the video here today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We're in the middle of a heat wave, and I have to figure out why I don't have any fiber. If you know why the fibers aren't being brought, it says I have 62, but I have no idea where they're even being stored. Apparently there are 4 here now. So that's good. I wonder if they just need to be brought to here. Because now they're being brought to... Oh. Wait, are you actually bringing the fibers? Is this you? Are you bringing it? Yes, you are. Okay, so something's going on with storing the fibers. Oh. It's a carrier problem. It was a carrier problem the entire time, I bet. It's always been a carrier problem. They're sitting right out here, ready to go. Okay, yeah, and the storage is full, so you can't make more. Is that it? I don't know. Come on back for the next one, guys. We'll see what happens there, and whether or not this heat wave actually destroys me. I'm only have a 4 surplus on water now. It's gonna be fun. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.